Hi, my name's Nick Burnham and I'm here for Motivating Yachting this month aboard a Haines 350. Now this is a boat that launched in 2007 and it's all about interior accommodation. In fact, one owner described it to me as a 42-foot interior inside a 35-foot boat, and I think that's pretty fair. The reason, of course, is because it's an aft cabin layout. So if you go to the back of the boat, the master cabin there takes advantage of the full width of the boat and of course the squared off hull to make a really good master cabin with an ensuite. And what that does is it puts your guests up at the other end of the boat, so you've got fantastic privacy. They've got a V-berth in the forward cabin and they've also got access to the day heads on the lower level up there. The galley as well is up at the forward end, quite a spacious galley, and in the middle of the boat here on the main deck you've got your saloon area. Loads of very comfortable seating, and what's interesting is there's no lower helm position. If we head up onto the aft deck, I can show you why that is. So a lot of aft cabin boats have an aft deck up here above the aft cabin, of course, and then the flybridge is over the main saloon area. What they've done on this boat is put the helm on the aft deck, and that has a couple of advantages. Firstly, it keeps the height down, so for inland use it keeps the air draft low for under bridges, and in fact this arch here will also fold to reduce the height. But also it means you can have a bigger windscreen around here and you can enclose it with this canopy, and what that means is that this becomes an all-weather helm and therefore you don't need one on the lower deck. Now in terms of Motivepower, what's interesting with this is that it's a semi-displacement hull designed by Andrew Wolstenholme, but it's configured for either inland and coastal use or offshore, and in fact Haines did this with two hull ratings, one category C, which is inland and coastal, and one category B, which is offshore. There are certain differences to the build spec which relate to those two boats, and the best way to tell is to check the RCD plate. But in general terms you tend to find that the category B offshore boats have larger engines, so they put in it either a big single like a 200 or 260 horsepower or twin diesels, maybe 135 horsepower right up to 180 horsepower, and that would give the boat about 16-17 knots. But a lot of these boats stay on the inland areas. The smallest engine they put in is a 60 horsepower nanny, which gives the boat about 8 knots, absolutely ideal for inland, and some of them, like the one we're on here, have a larger nanny, so this one's got 115 horsepower. Now they built this boat up until 2010, production and stock for a little while, and then the 360 replaced it, and that's basically this boat but with quite a few upgrades, and that's a boat that is still in current production today.